This is English Shorthand dictation number 319 and the dictation speed is 100 words per minute. Ready? Start. Honorable Chairman Sir, my submission is with regard to the Uniform Civil Code. It is not about imposing any religious code or any other religion, but it is about bringing the society under one code. During the making of the Constitution, as the country was undergoing partition, it was thought fit that we should leave out the social and religious code as it was being practiced for some years. But as the independent India is already in the 75th year of independence, I think now it is necessary that we should deliberate or the government should take the initiative to have the uniform civil code. Recently, the Delhi High Court and the Allahabad High Court have made pronouncements about the need of a uniform civil code. The Uniform Civil Code does not mean imposing Hindu code on every religion. It means bringing in better things from different codes together. I believe the Muslim code on marriages is the most modern system that we have in our country. I think that needs to be involved with other religious things. At the same time, I urge upon the government to take steps to implement the Uniform Civil Code. When suggestions are coming from judiciary, at least the executive should come forward and form a committee to bring in Uniform Civil Code. Honorable Speaker, sir, if one were to draw a comparison with the international front, it can be seen that the standard retirement age for judges is around 70 years. In some countries, in top courts, judges are appointed for life. The judge population ratio in India is 21 judges per million population today, which is among the lowest in the world. Countries like the United Kingdom have 51 judges per million people. The United States has more than 100 judges per million population, and Canada has 75 judges per million people. We should therefore certainly look at the conditions of service of our judges, increase their retirement age in order to fill vacancies for a longer period, and at the same time reduce pendency of cases. There are overwhelming reasons for this government to recognize that the establishment of a higher and uniform retirement age for judges in our superior courts would enable them to discharge their judicial duties not just independently but also allow them to do their work without worrying that they will have to step aside when they are in their prime. It will also fortify the rule of law and protect the fundamental right to speedy justice assured under Article 21. The worst pendency of cases at all levels can therefore be effectively tackled by increasing the number of working days available to a judge by increasing his tenure. Sir, the reason that we are discussing and debating proposals to strengthen our judiciary even beyond the one under consideration in this bill is that decent conditions of service are a contribution to reinforcing the independence of the judiciary and, in doing so, to strengthening democracy itself. For instance, the earlier a judge retires, the greater is his need for a remunerative post retirement activity, and consequently, the greater is his or her vulnerability to the blandishments of the government of the day, which may be in a position to give him such a post retirement job. Dr. Ambedkar said that democracy should rest on the rule of law. While democracy focuses on who exercises power, the rule of law determines how power is exercised. In fact, these two concepts are so mixed that the United Nations General Assembly recognized that human rights, the rule of law, and democracy are interlinked and mutually reinforcing. We know that disputes are bound to arise between citizens and governments. That is normal in any state. This is where the judiciary plays a pivotal role, settling disputes independently in accordance with the principles of the rule of law under the Constitution, and that ensures that all individuals are equal before the law. It is very necessary for us that we walk on the path of protecting the rights through duties during the 75 years of independence. It is the path of duty in which the rights are guaranteed. It is the path of duty which accepts others' rights with respect and gives them their due. When we are celebrating Constitution Day, we should always have this spirit that the rights of everyone will be protected if we continue to walk on the path of duty with a greater degree of devotion and rigor. Today, we are fortunate to fulfill the dreams of the freedom fighters who sacrificed their lives for the independence of India. We should leave no stone unturned to fulfill those dreams in the light of the dreams of the people who lived and died for freedom and cherished the great tradition of India for thousands of years. Our constitution makers gave us the constitution. Hundreds of years of servitude had plunged India into many problems. India was battling poverty, hunger, and diseases. Against this background, the Constitution has always helped us in taking the country forward. Countries which became independent almost at the same time as India are much ahead of us today. A lot remains to be done, and we have to reach the goals together. The Election Commission has raised the limit of money that candidates can spend on their election campaigns. The maximum expenditure limit for the Lok Sabha elections has been increased to rupees 95 lakh from rupees 70 lakh. For the assembly polls, it has jumped to rupees 40 lakh from rupees 28 lakh. It was necessary to increase the spending limit considering the fact that since the last revision of 2014, there have been significant hikes in the cost inflation index and the number of voters. The demand of political parties for this hike had become vociferous during the pandemic, as the canvassing cost had increased due to the shift to virtual rallies and restrictions on physical gatherings.